back again, and I've got a dirty little Norwich today, so lovely jubbly. So what is it? Oh, there we go. Trying to remember the number plate. I'm in a 15 plate Actros today. It is still one of the small ones, one of the dinky little 25 43s. So, but to be fair, these vehicles, although they are very, what's a polite way of putting it, gutless. Although they're very gutless, they're actually quite comfortable. So you kind of lose a bit of the ability going up hills and things like that, but you do ultimately gain. I'm trying to do this without showing anything. I can't believe they put the logo on the back of the paper. I mean, really? But you do gain in comfort, so you don't tend to get out the other end all like you've been squashed up against something. But no, it's they're not bad units, but there are certain things about them. Like if you've been following me on Twitter, I tweeted a picture of the dash and said what's missing. Well, in the bigger Actroses, on the speedo and on the rev counter, bottom corners have a little digital inlay square, and that has things like the temperature, the time, mileage, and your trip. Lovely. These don't have them. So you've got your speedo there, so you can see what speed you're doing. But the thing is, you've got the tiny little grey bits in the middle, which your kilometres an hour, and then you've got your miles an hour on the outside edge, which is all well and good, as far as I can see. No, I'm the wrong way around. Yeah, I'm the wrong way around. The mileage one is in the middle, and it's the smaller numbers, and your kilometres are on the outside edge. Now, as you're driving along, I just got that wrong there, and I'm actually reading the damn thing. As you're driving along, what's the date today? It's full. You look down and you see you're on 30, whereas in actual fact you're not, style thing. You're looking at the wrong one. So what I like to have is in the centre you've got your computer readout, and it shows you your miles per hour. So I just look down there, I know exactly what I'm doing. Job's done, nice and easy. I don't have to think, am I looking at the right one? Because it's not overly confusing, it's just a personal irritation. Because we don't operate in kilometres, we operate in miles per hour. I've got 116,348 kilometres on this one. Now, that's that done. I've got to do my mirrors. The thing is, I now have to go through the menu to the truck information to get the mileage. Obviously I can use that, but I leave that one so I can see my driving time. So I've got the mileage, the trip computer, the date and the temperature. Now I don't have my speedo, so I've got to look at that speedo. That's perfectly fine. I mean, it's a speedo. You look at a speedo. But when you've got your steering wheel all set up, this is how I drive. I cannot see anything past 20 kilometres to 100 kilometres, and I cannot see anything between 15 miles an hour and 50 miles an hour. So I'm driving along and I want to see my speed, I've got to do that and then do that. It's an irritation. Whereas that, it's directly in front of me. It's just such a pain. It's just little things like that that make the difference between easy to live with and annoying. But anyway, whatever, doesn't really matter. I'm going to crack on with my day because I had to change my start time. I knocked it from 11:15 to 12. The thing is, I knocked it with the guy on nights, everything like that, perfectly fine. I watched him change it. Well, they hadn't changed it on one of the sheets, which the guy on days uses. So by the time I got to work, I had 10 missed phone calls. Where are you? What's going on? You're supposed to have been here half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. I needed 11, sorry. But anyway, I'm going to crack on, and I shall most likely see you at Norwich. Made it to my destination. Love this place. Put a little photo up because obviously I've changed my intro insert now because they're getting rid of the taller Actroses, and I'm back at this place with the smaller Actros, but of course I've already made my my new intro insert, and so I'll put a little photo up just for a bit of a giggle. Coming into here with this one, somebody's turned up with a pallet collection. So, because I came in and there's pallets all in the yard, and they've got a chiller thing over there. Obviously, an extra chiller for whatever purpose. Maybe something's gone wrong. I don't know. But they've got the chiller there. They've got the pallets there, and I was thinking, I've just had to chicane coming in here. Now I've got to do it again to get round, and I've turned up just before the pallet collection. I'm like, oh. And everything I said about these being comfortable, because this is the 15, not the 6.4s, the ones I have been using, I take it back. This is a slightly upmarket one because it has the little buttons, the little bleep bleeps, and the 6.4s don't. So you end up having to use the key. Well, this has got the bleeps. And I thought, oh, this is a slightly upmarket one because it's got 2 electrical sockets, whereas the other ones have got 1. It's got a couple of other little odds and sods that the other ones don't have. Nothing major. And I thought, oh, lovely. Job's good. But obviously I was wrong. So I suddenly realised I hadn't put my arrival time down, so I shall oops, just do that very quickly. But I was wrong. This is just as uncomfortable as the other ones, because as you guys know, I am a big fan of Actroses. I just am. I like them, and as I've said before, it dates back to when I was at Sainsbury's and they hired them in for Christmas, and I got one, and I literally had my own unit for a while because nobody wanted to drive them, and I've always liked them. They've always been pretty good. These are not Actroses. They're really not. These are Actros with a facelift. They're just... The gears overrode me today. Now, I think it's dangerous, personally. With Actroses in general, there's a few niggles. I've said it before, a few niggles, especially with the gears. But way round it is you flick your continuous brake on, you're coming up to roundabout, and then you just kick it down one, and it changes, and then off you go. It's a little niggle. If you forget to do it, it hesitates for a second or two, and then off you go. But it's just something that you get used to doing. And it is a minor niggle. I'm trundling along, coming up to a roundabout, and I had the continuous brake on. Now, something I've noticed with these ones, it didn't happen in the bigger ones. The bigger ones used to change down to at least 5th, get themselves into the lower box at least, or at least that's what I think from the automatic, because I don't know where they have the cut-off in the autos, because these are 12s, 12 gears. But they get themselves down into 5th, so at least they were definitely in the lower box. This thing, and the one I had yesterday, 6. It won't go lower. You got the continuous brake on full wallop, so 1, 2, 3rd, okay? 1, 2, 3rd. The continuous wallop on, and it should be changing down, changing down, changing down. and you're coming up to a roundabout, you put your foot on the brake, lovely jubbly, you've seen your block, your gap, and you've knocked everything off and you've gone for it. I counted to 9 before this thing changed down and went, oh, off we go, better get going again. 9. And it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, here we go, off we go. Going into a roundabout. Before it suddenly realised. That was after I put my foot on the accelerator. I wondered what the hell was going on. I was hitting it. Nothing was happening. You know, at first it wasn't doing anything, so I hit it again. Nothing. Changed down again. Nothing. And all the time I'm rolling out into the roundabout, and I've got, because I've been expecting it to take off, I've gone into the roundabout, into my gap. And it was a big enough gap, don't get me wrong. I've gone in. And by the time you've realised nothing is happening and you're thinking, where's the gearbox gone wrong warning sign come? You know, what's going on? By the time you've realised that, you're in the way. I got to 9 and it didn't change. And then it changed and off you go. And that was with the continuous brake, that was all the gubbins on it. I don't know what the hell they've done to make these, but they've screwed it up big style. I take everything back about these being comfortable, because it's like sport suspension. I know I've said that before, but it is. Driving along, and of course if you change your suspension on your seat, it's like being in a bleating John Deere, but without the fun. And it's like the suspension is he's just looking at you going, you're going home in an ambulance. And you're just like, oomph, oh dear. You're hitting a bump, and oomph, oh, I felt that one. Why? Why? I like Actroses, the big Actroses. You know, if somebody offered me a job somewhere, a full-time one, all the whistles and bells, and I was able to choose the unit I was going to have. Okay, I got the choice of the unit I wanted. Now I do like the 2563 that is currently in the yard for the driver of the year, all chromed up, lovely jubbly. But I can understand it's a little bit more juicier than it needs to be, and to be fair, the 510, the 2551, will do the same job. The 2545 can probably handle it, but I go for the 2551 Actros. I just would. I like them. But this is a hate-filled God knows what. And I'm sorry, Merc. I am. I'm a genuine fan of the Actros, but this just isn't. It's horrible. Hate-filled is the best way of describing it. It has to be. It's the best term I can use. But it's just nasty. But anyway, that's... it's just... I don't know why, but there we go. But yeah, I've been driving through the rain, as you probably saw from some of the sped up footage. And now the sun's come out. You got clouds over there, you got clouds over here, nice bit of blue there. It doesn't know what it wants to do today, it really doesn't. Because every time, you know, I get in here, there and everywhere, I put a little bit of the rain segments in, or I will do. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll put some of the rain segments in so you can see I was driving through rain, I'm not just making it up. But I've been chatting to various people and said, oh, it's a really nice day where I am, oh, sun's out and everything like that, and I'm thinking, really? Hammer, hammer, hammer. It's like, But yeah, it's just one of those. I mean, I've got a shift tomorrow at 1300, so that's job's good. And I'm going to phone up before I leave here, find out whether they want me to go to Wellingborough. But yeah, it's not too bad. I stopped in for another cheeky little Costa on the way. I needed a toilet and I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll get one of those on the way out. Lead LMR services. Your markup is magnificent. Everywhere I stop to get a regular Costa, everywhere I stop, from Yorkshire to where I stopped off the A11 today, everywhere. Even the petrol station just down the way from me, that has one of those express machines in it. A latte, yes I know it's a latte, but a latte, regular, is 220. I think all the regular ones are 220. I think, but I don't really pay attention because I just go for one. When I stopped in at Lead LMR, it was 289. You magnificent bastards! It's like, that's a hell of a markup, that one. But yeah, everywhere else is 220. You know, and I pressed it all and I did that, and it was only after I pressed it I was like, because there's a machine next to it, and I was like, that's too, ooh. Whoops. Well, never mind. But anyway, I'm going to wait for them to unload me. I'm on POA at the moment. Only been here a few minutes, about 20 minutes so far. Let them unload me, get me paperwork, let him do all his bits and bobs. He's in an Iveco Stralis 430. Now I know Andy, Trucker Andy, he has a Stralis. He likes his little Iveco. He loves his little Iveco, he does. He loves it so much he wants to upgrade to an identical one just to get away from it. Yeah, that's a 430. D and R, I think it is. Just a little circle with D up there and R down there, and I think there's a little squiggle to represent the and. Yeah, they're picking up. So, anyway, I shall probably see you a bit later on. Well, that's the end of my day. I will have got 8 hours out of it. So, finish at 8:45, obviously get stopped, you break, don't you? So that'll give me 8 hours. Mileage. I've trialled something with my SJ. Obviously the Actroses have the onboard computer, the fleetboard thing and all that kind of stuff. I've recorded going through the menu to go down the fleetboard after my day. I started with the, you know, since my start, so how many kilometres I've done, driving time, and then miles per gallon, which is 11.9 by the way, and that's over 351.4 kilometres. And then I went down my onboard fleet. Yeah, it marks you up percentage out of 100% of how you've been doing. Evenly is 97, roll brakes 91. Hopefully you'll see it, but I'll read it now. Stop is 83%, speed is 100%, use of continuous brake 100%, shift 92%, use of accelerator pedal 85%, cocked up on the way back, I know where that was, and truck check is 97%, and that's the fleetboardy thing that marks you down. Hopefully it will have come out on there. The reason I read it out is in case it didn't, but I'm going to end my vlog with that. Hopefully I'll be able to end my vlog like that every time I get one of these. I can't do it in the Actros, they don't have it, but the Actroses do, so I'm going to tinker around with ending my vlog like that. I don't know how it's going to come out, haven't got a clue. But I had the idea whilst I was on holiday and I thought, yeah, I might as well. I haven't done it. I didn't do it yesterday because I'm an idiot. And it was 1 AM and I was running behind. So it was one of those kinds of, I just didn't care. You know, finish a day, I'm already going to have to knock my start time and get home. But I'll see how it comes out, see what happens. I used 81 litres of fuel today, which is wonderful. But anyway, that's enough from me today, I think. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. Does seem to be working. I'll see you in the next one. Hi to all my new subscribers. I never do this, and I should do. So thanks for subscribing, and I shall see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow. So cheers, guys.